What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to call out something real quick, which I think is something to be very excited about, and that is the fact that we are less than 15 days away from beginning the conflict for the first legendary summoner of Rebellion. Now, keep in mind, we don't know the stats, we don't know what's going to happen, we don't know how they're going to play out, whether they're going to be dual element, whether they're going to be tactics, whether they're going to be both. But here's the cool thing. We have in 3 days a town hall coming up, the first in a month, right? Just because they took the last 2 weeks off. And I don't know that we're going to necessarily see the stats then, but if you think about it, the next town hall that would be after that would be after the conflict began. So my hope is that we will see the stats in this upcoming town hall, but even if we don't, even if they just decide to do it as a post at a later point, we're going to get the stats at some point before the next 2 weeks, before the next 14 days and 10 hours are complete. So that being said, I am very excited to see what the balance of power is going to look like once the Rebellion summoners come out, and if that'll be something that helps to push more pack sales. Now, granted, at this point in time, people might be thinking, well, I'll just buy it off the market, or I'll open my packs later, or whatever the case is, but that still could lead to pack sales now, which I think would be probably one of the unaccounted for catalysts for getting DEC back to peg. I made a video a couple days ago talking about that point exactly. Like, what are the things that could help DEC? Could it be the LP, DEC grain LP that comes in? Could it be the Bitcoin halving promo, which we know hopefully should be within the next month as well? But I'm looking at this now, and I totally forgot that, there's only 9 airdrops in the entirety of Rebellion. The first 3 of which are, we've seen already, but of course the remaining 6 are going to all be legendary summoners. Again, how the color or the dual elements would break down if they were to do that, again, I don't know exactly what that would necessarily look like. My hope is that, and going off of Matt's words here, my hope is that they are something that is absolutely desirable. He wants to make the set, he wants to make the legendary summoner something that makes the set super powerful, something that makes people want to have it, right? And when you look at pack sales, I mean, we haven't even crossed 1 million pack sales yet, which again, I know is not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know how our pacing is. I haven't checked that, so maybe we'll do that in a separate video coming up. But I can tell you this, right? Things have definitely slowed down as SPS has essentially done a 50% retracement, actually more than 50% retracement since the high, maybe in like December or early January. And a lot of sentiment has gone sour. A lot of, there's just been a lot of deflation overall around the community as the rest of the crypto market has pumped, as Bitcoin has pumped. So with this coming out, and obviously folks very excited about these potential cards, if Matt, delivers on his vision of creating these cards to be absolutely awesome and epic, then it could spur some of the pack sales to happen. Again, packs obviously wouldn't be open until after these cards are already available, but even if people just wanted to top up their conflicts, right, their conflict wagons, that'll be something that could start as soon as Thursday if the stats are revealed. So, again, I know people have been kind of all over the place. The comments here especially have been somewhat, just skeptical, negative. And I understand, right? I mean, the numbers don't lie, so I'm not disagreeing with you. But once again, from a game standpoint, I think that there's a lot to look forward to, and how these summoners come in and change up the mix, how much they'll cost obviously is going to be a big piece of it, but how they will change up the game in the same way that the tactic summoners changed up the game. And I know the tactic summoners, they didn't quite hit as much as I was hoping that they would. I'm talking about the Rebellion rare summoners. They didn't quite hit as much as I thought that they would. Obviously, there's some combos that are fantastic, and there are certain cards that you absolutely do need. But if we do get, if the team looks at that and says, okay, how can we make them better, right? These are going to be legendary. So how do we make them better to include tactics, to include dual element, to include whatever, else might be something cool within it? That's what I'm looking forward to. Whatever kind of innovation the team has, whatever kind of creativity that the team brings towards these upcoming airdrops to make the Rebellion set something where it's just like, you know what? Even someone like me, I gotta start buying up Rebellion cards, or at least getting some packs, or at least focusing on getting these summoners when they are out, just because of how powerful they will potentially be. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What are you expecting? What are your expectations, I might ask, for the upcoming summoners? Do you believe that they will be, well, OP in some ways? Do you believe that they will have tactics? Do you think that they will have dual element? Is there a third thing potentially that the team could add in? I don't know, whether from a game mechanic standpoint or something else that you would like to see, or that maybe you have an expectation to see. Again, I don't know. I don't know what else there could be at this point. I'm just going based off of history. And if they were to do some crazy other game mechanics, my guess is that they would maybe save that for a different set, right? Like a mini set, a Rift Watchers or Dice that pairs up with Rebellion. But you never know. You just never know when it comes down to it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.